Hi, I'm Michael. I'm a landscape architect and I'm an environmentalist. And today we're going to go over how you can design your own butterfly garden. So for inspiration, we're going to go here to Fairchild Tropical Botanic Garden Butterfly House and look and see what they've done. And from there we can get some ideas of the plant species that you'd need to purchase for your garden. And then on part two, we'll actually do the purchase of the plants and the install. So, you ready to dig in? Let's grow! I'm going to start our tour with a quick introduction. At Fairchild, the Butterfly House, or the Wings of the Tropic Conservatory, they have about 45 different species of butterflies. Some of them you can see here. And the square footage of the conservatory space is about 10,000 plus or minus square feet, much larger than what you would do at your home, but you can get a lot of great ideas from the garden that they created here. Once inside the butterfly house, you're immediately greeted by this beautiful red fire spike plant. It's a wonderful butterfly attractant. And there we have a little butterfly! In the background there, you can see a blue morpho flapping its beautiful blue wings and some other butterflies sunning themselves. To the left here is a Laquala grandis, beautiful striking palm, and it's actually a host plant for two butterflies, the giant red eye and the palm bob. They both have these big googly big eyes. What I'm going to do now as we go further into the garden, I'm just going to talk about some of the plant species, and then I'll give some commentary on the way they've arranged them and the composition of the different plants together, so that you'll be able to build a framework for your butterfly garden. This tall plant here is called Hot Lips. Underneath it is a bunch of red pentas. Butterflies love the nectar of those plants. And this cute little guy here on the ground is called Strigolosa, Mimosa strigolosa, and it grows in this little vine-like creeping fashion along the ground. Some people also call it the sensitive plant. Now over here in the pergola is the kids' nursery. It's where all the butterfly pupa are housed, and they wait for them to break free of their chrysalis and form into a butterfly. It's really, really cool. And look at these. It looks like these chrysalises were all dipped in gold. Now moving back into the garden, oh, we're greeted by a blue morpho. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, he's so pretty. What a beautiful butterfly. So just above that butterfly is a beautiful powder puff tree, big butterfly attractant, has these really lacy leaves. And over here, guys, if you look in real close, you'll see these little berries. Those aren't fruit, those are actually the flower ready to burst open. And if you look carefully here, you're going to see this beautiful paper white butterfly coming at us. Oh, how cute. Here you can see they've added more red pentas along the walkway, right next to the adorable little river. So cute. Looks like they got some maidenhair fern in there. Now I'm going to rotate back and look over to where we came in through the entrance, and we have this beautiful clerodendron Thompsoni Delectium, the bleeding heart vine. Butterflies love this. Oh wait, what's going on? Hold on one second. I'm having some technical difficulties here. I've got a squatter who, this guy will not leave me alone. Guys, what am I going to do? I just got a blue morpho landing on me. I guess I'll just go on with the tour.
So this is so that happened. So we have we have the phalange here. He's tickling me. Uh, the one that's on me is that one over there. We have a little waterfall, and we have some pentas down here. And oh, look at that beautiful red sealing wax. And again, I just love this clerodendron back here. And I think what the butterfly is doing is because it's a little humid out, I'm sweating. She's getting some of that salt water. I don't know, but I'm digging it. It's making me a little cross-eyed. Over here, which this butterfly should be going to, is the fire spike. And this is a, this looks like a red one. Yeah. Beautiful, right? And let's just continue on. We have the Super King Exora. It kind of looks a little ratty right now, but that's okay. I love the nectar from there. Oh, look at the bromeliad. I mean the orchidea flowering. Beautiful. And we're gonna go to the waterfall. We have some more pentas. Trying to angle it down here. Some more lady palms. Some more pentas over here. And we have a beautiful clerodendron up here. Isn't that beautiful?
And this clerodendron is called the Flaming Glory Bower. It gets a more reddish look than the other one we were just at.
I mean, look. Look at us! Aren't we beautiful? Look at us! Look at this! What? Oh, it tickles! You're tickling me! Oh, it tickles so much! You tickle so much! Just she's like right in my eye socket. Oh, she's tickling me. Oh, it tickles. Oh, you're tickling me so much. You silly butterfly. Just doesn't want to, he's just hitching a ride forever. You are. Oh, look at this one. Okay, so I don't know what else to do with you. You're totally making me lose my train of thought.
And look over here, everybody. See the giant swallowtail butterfly?
Oh, beautiful. So he's still with me. Probably wants to come home. So this is a pretty good way to get inspired, is to actually have a butterfly come and say, yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, Mike. I'm with you. Draw me a beautiful butterfly garden. I'm like, okay, no problem. No problem. I got you. Okay. You've been hitching a ride for quite a while, buddy. And up here, some more clerodendron. Isn't it beautiful?
Behind me here, you can see some ferns going off the coral rock wall. Oh, so pretty. One idea to consider is adding a pergola to your garden, like the one holding up the clerodendron. They're beautiful.
What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do with you? What am I gonna do with you? Just like, what? All you do is sit there and freeload off of me. Off of me. ¿Qué pasó? You're tickling me again. Oh.
And if you want to add some drama to your garden, you can always stack a rock wall and let ferns take over. It really creates a dramatic backdrop to the plant, the butterfly plants. He is now being so fresh. He's trying to French kiss me, and I said, "Stop, please. I'm married." And then, just like a man, he up and leaves me. Doesn't even leave me his phone number. Rude.
Oh my God, that was something else, right?
Okay, now back to our regular scheduled program. Over here we have some Super King Exora, and now I'm just doing a wide scan of the beautiful superstructure of the butterfly house. And over here again we have the wonderful Lady Palm, and at the base planting some more red pentas. And if you look real closely here, look at this beautiful butterfly. This is called common banded peacock from the swallowtail family. And it's just like fluorescent. It's so pretty. And this beautiful flowering plant, lavender clusters of little fuzzy cotton balls, is the tropical aster. Butterflies love it for its nectar. All right, now I'm going to take you back in time a few years to show you what the garden is like during the summer months. You can see the pentas is much larger. There's my nephew in there. He's much taller now. And in the summer months, the butterflies are much more active than they are right now, since we're at the tail end of winter here in Miami. Now, for your butterfly garden, you don't have to have a pond or a moving river like this, but it does add a lot of zhuzh, right? It just looks really cool. You also don't need to plant every butterfly plant I mentioned in this video. You can size your butterfly garden to be small or large, and we'll get into that with the next video, the part 2 of this series. Since this is a commercial installation at Fairchild, they have the walkways on the perimeter. That's a good way to start your own butterfly garden at your home, but you also want to be able to penetrate into the garden space, so you may want to create little nodes, little seating areas in and among the plants so the butterflies can encapsulate and fly around you. Here you can see some owl butterflies drinking the juices from bananas. That's their preferred source of liquid. If you're going to be adding a walkway in and around your butterfly garden, a cool thing you can do is grab some leaves and imprint them in the concrete like they have done here to create this faux fossilized look. It really adds that little extra touch, and we'll be following up more on that with hardscape and other design elements in the follow-up video where we actually pick the plants, design the garden, and install. So keep a lookout for the part 2 of this 2-part series. Here's an up-close look of the red sealing wax palm. It's one of my favorites! It's not a butterfly attractant, but it's sensitive to cold, and in the butterfly house here, the humidity is controlled pretty well, and it is flourishing. Oh, look at that deep red trunk. I'm just going to pause a moment here and just let us listen to the rippling of the water. That has such an amazing way to create this sense of tranquility in a garden space. So if you do have that opportunity to create a little pond or add some motion with water, I encourage that. This beautiful tree is the Lysoloma watsonii. It's a dwarf Lysoloma and has these beautiful feathery leaves, much like the Strigolosa. Beautiful. And it's a butterfly attractant. And as you can see here, butterfly gardens don't have to be very structured. You can mix and match a whole host of butterfly nectar and host plants. And we'll get more into that later. A lot of the plants I've talked about here are mostly nectar plants, but you also want host plants, which are the plants the female butterflies lay their eggs. And they're usually very specialized. There's only certain plants that butterflies will lay their eggs on. For example, the monarch butterfly will only lay its eggs on a milkweed plant. And I guarantee you, if you plant a milkweed or milkweed in your yard, you are going to get monarch butterflies. You're going to get a bazillion of them. Look at that. We've got a little Eno lizard here soaking up some sun. And across the path here and around the pentas is the start, the headwaters of the little river that they've created. Beautiful. It's just mesmerizing. You can see some beautiful maidenhairs kissing the water's edge. Up here we have a purple fire spike. Butterflies just love this plant for its nectar. Look how pretty that is. And again, this beautiful clerodendron. This beaut over here is the Dombea burgessiae. It's also known as the tropical hydrangea because it looks like those hydrangea that people grow up north. We had this in our Miami Shores home. Butterflies love this plant. Over here is the Panama rose with these beautiful pink clusters. Kind of look like pentas in a sense, but this forms a real nice thick hedge, but you can also limb it up to turn it into a small tree. And this tall drink of water of a tree is the Jatropha. It has these beautiful red flowers. It's not a native to Florida, but butterflies love it. Forms a beautiful ornamental tree. And they're rather inexpensive to pick up, so highly recommend them for your butterfly garden. Here's what a typical Jatropha looks like. It's more full all around as compared to the limbed up version at Fairchild. It usually only gets to about 8 feet tall, and I'll show you some other images of the tree from around town. They get beautiful, beautiful red flowers year round. And look who we have here. We just have a little tiny finch just hanging out in the beautiful garden. And in this view shed over here, you get a good composition feel of the garden. You have these red sealing wax, medium stature palms, and you have some taller palms, and the other accent plants around them, kind of giving you your height and scale that you need to also consider when you're putting a butterfly garden. You don't want everything just to be one height. And you also want to contrast some of your plants with some texture, bold textures like this aroid here. Big, bold leaves against those fine leaf pentas and other the lysoloma. It gives a lot of interest in the garden. I hope you're inspired by all of the beautiful flowers and butterflies we saw today. Here are some of the main takeaways to consider when designing your butterfly garden. Always start with maintenance in mind, so make sure you have paths in and around the butterfly garden so you can maintain the new plants that you're putting in. A butterfly garden doesn't have to be small and it doesn't have to be large. It just has to be right for you. And the butterfly plants that you choose have to be right for your area of where you grow plants. If we're in South Florida, we're going to have different species than those that live up north.
Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned for part 2 of the butterfly garden. I just wanted to stop here because this bromeliad is just, the blue tango is just so beautiful. Until next time, bye. Diego. 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 Still filming. He just landed on there. I think he's getting all the sweat on my nose. It tickles. She's like right in my eye socket. Oh, she's tickling me. Tickles. Oh, you're tickling me so much. You silly bum.
If you found value in this video, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. We post weekly. Thanks.